Welcome home, family. I hope you are ready for part three of how to get started traveling the world. Recently, I sat down with Rhonda Turner, a seasoned travel agent who provided some wonderful guidance about how working with a professional travel agent can help you navigate the world of travel. I will share some excerpts of that informative conversation with you coming up next on this episode of Danielle Inspires. Before we dive into how travel agents can assist us with everything from planning customized itineraries to booking the best deals on flights and accommodations, tell us about your business and the work you've performed as a travel agent.
Okay, so I started Dreams.Passports.Memories in 2016. I joined InteleTravel, which is my host agency. And I joined because I enjoyed traveling, and I thought, why not make a business of it? And so I've been booking ever since I started. I started with just my family as customers, and then I built a business, I built a platform. I have done group trips, group cruises, booked stuff for people I've never met before, because all you need is what their desires are, and then you can make it happen. And so my clients have traveled overseas. They've done travel within the United States, the Caribbean, as far as Greece and Dubai, South Africa, Bahamas, Barbados, you name it, they've been there. And so, it's just something I enjoy.
Awesome. As my sister and the mother of my two handsome nephews, tell me how important is it to you to model world travel to your sons and have them engage in experiences abroad?
I think going abroad really helps them understand the world is much bigger than where we live. It exposes them to other cultures and therefore making them more empathetic to other people and differences. Um, that exposure is everything. It is life changing, and again, those are memories that stick with them for the rest of their life. They might not remember what we bought them for Christmas, but they're going to remember their trip to Dubai. They're going to remember their trip to South Africa or Mexico or our multiple trips to Florida. They're going to remember those actual memories and the things we did together as a family. So it is of the utmost importance for me to continue to expose them
Yeah.
to travel, for me to develop their love for travel, just as I have, because it's things that we can enjoy beyond um, them being little people
Yeah.
right now. And as they grow into adults and we have a different relationship, that's something we can still do as a
Can
family.
you share maybe some of your recent trips you've taken?
Yeah, so most recently, as in maybe 3 weeks ago, we just got back from a week long trip to
Awesome.
Dubai. We spent time a week in Dubai. We were able to see, several of the big sites, with the mosque, the Louvre of Abu Dhabi. We did the desert safari, so we were able to see the deserts in
Wow.
Dubai, and the Museum of the Future. 2 years ago, we went to South Africa. That's where I got my
Right, right.
shirt on, and spent time a week in Cape Town. And that was a very inspirational trip. The children still talk about that
Awesome.
trip. They still mention it when they're writing essays in class about their
Right.
favorite things that they've done. We've done several group trips. So I planned that trip. We went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. One of my other favorite trips was Greece.
Mm.
Mykonos was the favorite stop there. We went to Athens, Mykonos, and Santorini, and we did it as a land trip. I know a lot of people
Right.
cruise there, um, and have just a couple of hours to or the full day to explore. But we were able to stay overnight, several nights, and really just get to immerse ourselves in the culture and just have a good time. So
I know legacy is important to many of you as well. Some of you may have never worked with a travel agent. So I asked Rhonda, what are some of the biggest benefits of working with a travel agent? when planning a trip abroad, especially for someone who's new to international travel. Here's what she had to say.
If you have a great travel agent, you have someone who has made sure as soon as you step foot off of the plane, someone is there to
Okay.
greet you, to make sure that you get to your hotel safely. Everything has been coordinated so that your activities, you have clear instructions on where you need to be, or either you're being picked up from your hotel. And if anything goes wrong, you have someone to call who will do all of that work to fix whatever is
Right.
wrong and get back to you with the resolution. And you don't have to go through those long phone calls and wait times and talking to this person, getting turned around to this next person, and still not getting the resolution that you need. You have someone who has experience in dealing with that, and they're going to go to bat for you because their goal is to make
Right.
sure that you have the best time on your vacation because they want to keep you as a
Okay.
client.
So it sounds like when you're usually planning yourself, you're shouldering the burden of everything. So you have some degree of comfort knowing you got boots on the ground elsewhere who your command central is just going to help you out if anything does not go right. How do you tailor travel itineraries to meet specific needs or preferences, such as budget, time constraints, or special interests like adventure or cultural
So
experiences?
it's all about the conversation you have in the planning stages. I send my clients a questionnaire just to kind of get an idea of where their budget is, what kind of vacation do they want, what kind of experiences are they interested in,
Right.
because everybody's not interested in
Yeah,
the same
true,
thing.
true.
Some people, want a very nature oriented where they can go on hikes and see waterfalls and things like that. Some people just want to be at the beach or they want to do like nightlife type
Right.
excursions. And so there's a lot of conversation. And then I like to send out a quote that will have links that they can explore about what these options are. I give several options. The most important thing when you arrive is how is the space that you're going to be, your accommodations for the next couple of days. Some people say, well, I'm not going to be in the room that long. But if
It
your
makes a
tub
difference.
has mildew, your walls are
Mm-hmm.
dirty, the carpet seems
Yep.
moist and yucky, you don't
Right.
want to stay there. And so that's like the foundation. Also take time to say, if you're going on a trip for this number
Mm-hmm.
of days, this is how many you can
Right.
comfortably fit in because you can't go, go, go the whole time. You're going to need some downtime to regroup, to enjoy where you're
Exactly.
staying, to enjoy just doing some things with the locals, walking around, shopping. That's not going to be built in as an itinerary item. That's something you're going to want to do on your own. And so you don't want to overload yourself with
Mm-hmm.
activities.
Yeah. If you've never worked with a travel agent or you had a bad experience with hidden fees charged by a travel agent, you might be wondering why some travel agents charge their clients fees and others do not. I asked Rhonda if there are or should be any hidden costs or fees associated with using a travel agent, and or is it a typically a free service for travelers. I also asked her about how agents get compensated. Here's what she had to say.
I've never been one to travel, I mean, to give a booking fee. Some travel agents will say, I need a $50 deposit even to get started in
Okay.
looking up your trip. I don't need that to get started in looking up your trip because our commission is built into the travel. It's nothing that we add on to your hotel, your cruise, your package, or anything like that. It's already built in by the supplier. And if you're not using a travel agent, then the supplier just keeps
Mm,
that money. And so it's nothing that's higher or more. We're able to price match. If you're able to find something that you think is cheaper, we can price match through that same supplier. We have great relationships. They want us to
mm-hmm.
keep booking for them and getting
Right.
more clients for them. And so our commission, and we
Okay.
get paid a commission, is built into the package. We get paid once our clients return
Okay.
from their destination. If I have 5 people that I'm working on quotes for and only three
Right.
book, that's fine. Because the other two will circle back eventually and say something, or they may not, and it's fine because of those three, two may rebook. And so, that the research helps you grow your knowledge as
Yes,
a
that's what I was
travel
thinking.
agent. If
Yep.
I'm looking up different trips and hotels, I've spent time looking it up and reading reviews and trying to figure out, is this actually a good time of year
Mm-hmm.
to travel to this destination so I can give my clients some
Right.
suggestions and feedback. And that just helps increase my knowledge. And so, if they don't book, it's fine. I've
Exactly.
learned something new.
Rhonda really dropped a gold nugget there because learning something new is a great way to frame receiving compensation that is not monetary. These days, information is king, where in times past, cash was king. We wrapped up our conversation talking about how travel agents help ensure safety and convenience for travelers, especially in the case of unexpected changes or emergencies during the trip.
So my number one suggestion is
Okay.
to get the travel insurance. Travel
Mm-hmm.
insurance or travel protection. You never know what will
Mm-hmm.
happen leading up to the trip. You think that everything is fine. I'm going to book a trip in
Right.
October. All will be well. And lo and behold, a hurricane happens 2 days before the trip. With travel protection,
Mm-hmm.
you can cancel for any reason, and you're either going to get a full travel credit
Okay.
to be used within a year, or you're going to get a refund depending on which package option you selected with which supplier. Some suppliers just give your money back. Some suppliers say, well, for this amount, we'll give a travel credit. For this amount,
Mm-hmm.
you'll get a full cash refund. You don't get the cost of your travel protection back, but you do get the bulk of your money, which is
Exactly.
the money you spent on the trip, and the opportunity to use it again if you want to. Being aware of what's going on in the world and in
Mm-hmm.
the places that you're going is also important. And so it's just being aware, but that's also something that your travel agent would say, hey, right now might not be a good time to go. Here's another destination that's very similar that you might enjoy. Or also, encouraging you to get the travel
Exactly.
protection so that you're protected. One, you want to check with your insurance company, let them know that you are traveling and see what your benefits out of
Okay.
network are in that country. You want to be aware of, if you have any medical concerns, then those are the things that you
Mm-hmm.
want to research before you go. What kind of access will I have? How comfortable am I with the medical care
Yeah.
in that country?
Family, I hope you've been enriched by the wonderful and insightful travel information shared on today's broadcast. If you'd like to work with Rhonda and have her help you make your travel dreams a reality, I've included her contact information on the screen. Until next time, be bold, be great, and be inspired. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for joining me to watch another episode of Danielle Inspires. If you have not done so already, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the alert button to be aware of new content as soon as it is released, and share this video with those you love. See you next time.